when they tied with 0 seconds left, do you take that scenario out of overtime and say, yo, I trust my team. Why don't we go for 2 right here? What would, again, because that's what I was thinking at that point. You were down 15. You have all the momentum. There should be, every offensive coordinator should have that one play like, look, we've been saving this all year. We've set up everything. We've set up the Raiders. We set up our whole conference. This one play, if they're going to do this, we know we're going here. Whatever it is, trick play or not trick play, you're at the 2-3 yard line. Can you get 2 yards to send your team to the playoffs?
As a player with confidence,
right?
I'm like, go for 2. But as a coach, you gotta there's a lot of consequences to your actions if you go for 2 and your season is riding on this and you don't make it. When you go to that post game, you're gonna have to answer the piper. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then on top of it, like I said, the owner, GM, like that's a lot of pressure, on that coach to make that call at that time. So honestly, that coach has to have the utmost confidence in his players to go for 2 at that particular time, especially play in. You know what I mean? This is a playoff game to get you into the playoffs.
Into the show, right? Well, let me ask you this. If you have Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, do you go for 2 in that scenario? And not just, as much as we love Justin Herbert, I think he's an upcoming superstar.
Right, yeah, for sure. No, I think that's a great question. With those two individuals that you just mentioned, those are 2 great quarterbacks that can create. Obviously, like I said, game plan, offensive coordinator. I mean, they have to, like you said, you got to have that one in the bag, that one in the chamber. That's that one in the chamber that that's going to work. And so I don't know if he feels that his team was prepared or if they were even prepared for that. As you said, some teams, like I said, they have that one play, that if all fails, we're going to go to this, when needed. And I don't know if they were prepared or had something ready for that particular play at that time.
Well, let me ask you this. What would you have said to your offensive coordinator to convince them to go for 2 in that scenario? Because you can't just come over and say, hey, hey, I'm going to be open. Let's go for 2. Give me something specific you could have thought about at that moment. I got him on 2 digs already, or I beat him on 2 slants. So let's, whatever that scenario, what would you have said to your offensive coordinator to convince him to go for 2 in that scenario?
I mean, sometimes things don't have to be said. Sometimes it's just that eye to eye contact. You know what I mean? It's that body language. You know what I mean? It's like you said. Sometimes it's momentum. If the crowd is behind you, like you said, you were down. The entire game, and the momentum, you're riding with that momentum. Sometimes you just got to roll the dice. And obviously, like I said, it depends on the personnel that you have as well. Like I said, who you got at receiver, who you have at quarterback. If everybody, if it's a timeout is called, you looking all your guys in the eye. Sometimes that's what coaches do. They're called timeout. They grab, they huddle up. He will look to try to assess to see, who's ready. You know what I mean? You got that eye.
And some people over there nervous. Some people are like, hey, I don't want that smoke.
Exactly.
You know what's funny? I can hear Chris Carter coming to the sideline right now and telling him exactly what we should run. Brian Billick taking it into consideration, and then Brian Billick calling that play. Like Chris would have came up, look, I know they go bracket me. They're going to bring safety down. The corners go play outside. They go have Moss on the back end. We go throw it to Moss. If that's not working, and Cunningham, you got to look left, and Jake Reed or Hatch, they go be over there. Like Chris would have broke the whole thing down in 12 seconds, and then Brian Billick would have been like, okay, so we're going to go with doubles right, boom, 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 boom. I hear it he would have had the exact scenario. So
the only thing that I heard you say in there is you insert yourself in that play somewhere. That's the only thing.
I ain't scared of the moment, baby, because I ain't scared of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Give me the rock, coach.